Take your avoidant ex off of that pedestal. Take them down. They don't deserve to be up there. And as long as they are up on that pedestal, you will be unable to heal and let go. They blindsided you. Maybe they slow faded out on you. They shattered your heart. They pulled the rug from under your feet. They discarded you. You felt like you never even mattered to this person, while they mattered everything to you. On top of it all, they showed you no empathy, no care or concern about your feelings or your shattered heart. They gave you no closure, only vague excuses as to why the relationship had to end. Things like, I'm just not ready for a relationship. We're just incompatible. I don't see this going anywhere. The feelings are just gone. Work is just too busy. And that's it. That's all you got. Now you are holding on, feeling like this is the love of your life. This is the person you were meant to be with. That connection that you had with them early on, it was just so amazing, and if only they could see it. But let me ask you a question. I think this is a question to ask yourself. Would the love of your life blindside you? Would the love of your life slow fade out? Would the love of your life pull the rug from under your feet? Would your love of your life, soulmate, show you no empathy and no care or concern for your feelings or heart? Or would the love of your life, the actual love of your life, communicate in the relationship about their needs and their feelings to make sure the relationship stays on solid ground? Would you feel like you're walking on eggshells with the love of your life? Or with the actual love of your life, would you feel safe, secure, wanted, loved, and desired in the relationship? Would you feel like you're constantly trying to hold on to the relationship with the love of your life? Or would the love of your life be so in the relationship with you that you don't have a reason to fear and have that anxiety? Would the love of your life send you hot and cold mixed messages? Or would the love of your life be consistent, communicate, value quality time, show up for you? Questions to ask yourself, because that feeling like this is the love of your life, it very well could be anxiety that's getting misinterpreted. Your anxiety in the relationship, the feeling like you're trying to earn their love, and it can cause this desire for their validation because when you get it, it feels so good. And it can create the feeling of an intense connection and chemistry that's bigger than it actually is. Because you're chasing this person. You're on the roller coaster ride. You've been on that ride, but now you're off. And now you're craving that ride again. Because those highs were so good. But when they pulled away, it really hurt. Would the love of your life pull away? These are important questions. So let's take them down off of that pedestal. Every time you ruminate, you're going down memory lane, especially revisiting all the good memories that you had together. Your brain, it actually does a cruel trick on you. Every time you go down memory lane and ruminate on your ex, your brain actually releases a tiny hit of dopamine, the reward hormone. But it's not enough dopamine to actually make you feel good. But it is enough dopamine to keep you psychologically addicted to the memories. So your brain keeps chasing the memories. But the human mind, it learns in repetition. The more you repeat anything, the more at the forefront of your mind it is, the more automatic it is. So when you're repeating that rumination, the rumination becomes more automatic. When you're repeating all these positive memories of your ex, the more automatic it becomes, and the more you subconsciously put them up on a pedestal. And the more you ruminate, the worse it gets, and the harder it is to let go. So it's time to change the script and to really allow yourself to see your ex in a proper light, because this is a person that hurt you in a way that you would never have hurt them. When you start to ruminate, have the willpower to pump the brakes and actively remind you of at least 5 to 10 different ways that they hurt you. Have the list handy. Recite it to yourself. Do so in repetition. The more you repeat that, the more that is going to be ingrained in your head, which means you are going to be slowly, subconsciously taking them down off of that pedestal. And your brain, both emotionally and intellectually, will now be seeing them in a proper light, which means you'll no longer be blaming yourself because you're not responsible for their attachment wounds. You can't force a person to show up healthy or unhealthy in a relationship. They're a grown adult. They have choices. You are not in their childhood giving them that consistent childhood emotional neglect. You didn't make them become afraid of intimacy, commitment, communication. No, those are their attachment wounds. It's not a reflection of you or the quality of a partner that you are. So, remind yourself as many times as it takes how they hurt you. And guess what? You can let go. You can heal. You can move on. But when you get discarded by an avoidant, you really do have a fork in the road. One path is towards anxiety and pain and heartache. And the other path is towards healing and becoming more grounded and more secure in yourself. Focus on things that improve you, that actually make you a better partner. Learn boundaries and why they're so important, how they'll protect you from going through anything like this ever again. Because your boundaries are your limits of what you'll tolerate, what you won't tolerate, what you want, don't want, what you need, don't need, and what your expectations are. Emotionally unavailable people cannot maintain long-term relationships with people that have and hold boundaries. They can't do it. Because one of the core components of emotional availability is the ability and willingness to empathize with your partner, to share their feelings with you, to care about their wants and needs and experience. So the unavailable person is not really able to empathize, meaning that your needs, your feelings, your limits are not a concern to them, and if anything, they're an obstacle. But the emotionally available person will care about your boundaries and meeting your expectations because your feelings, your perspective, and your experience is very important to them because they actually want to show up for you. It's not just about them. The unavailable person has the what's in it for me attitude. And you know what? There are emotionally available people out there. There are people that will genuinely put the same effort into you that you put into them. You're just so hung up on the unavailable ex that you're not able to really see or even believe that somebody out there might exist that can give you the energy that you deserve. But you work towards healing, you stop the rumination, you let go, you learn boundaries. You will get to that person. You will find them. And when you do, it's worth everything. It is absolutely worth everything because now you found the true love of your life. The one that wants you to feel secure. The one that wants you to feel seen, heard, and loved. Because you should never have to go a day in a relationship, going to bed, wondering, does this person even care about me? Do they even love me? When you're with the person that is emotionally available, that is showing up for you, you're not going to have to wonder that. And they won't have to wonder it either because you'll be showing up for them because that's the kind of person that you are. And sometimes the path to get there does require some lessons and challenges, sometimes heartbreak. But when you get there, because you learned about boundaries, red flags, you became more secure in yourself, it was worth it. And it will absolutely be worth it for you. And don't lose sight of that. And it's an important thing to remind yourself of. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. You do deserve love. You can find it. And your way there is through your boundaries.